Finding a full-time job after I graduated college was a little bit stressful, but once I found it, I realized, you know what? I'm glad how everything played out. So in this video, I want to share with you just 5 tips on how to find a full-time job after college. So this first tip was something I didn't realize until after I had been applying for a while, and it was that it's pretty important to apply on multiple sites. I had started applying just on LinkedIn once my final semester was wrapping up, and I wasn't getting any bites really at all from LinkedIn. I thought, you know what, LinkedIn's the way to go. They say that's the best place to network and potentially find a job, so that's what I was doing. But then once I actually signed up for ZipRecruiter, and then once I especially signed up for Indeed, I was just doing a lot better with interviews and potential job opportunities. I think Indeed was the best place to find my full-time job because I applied for the same job on all 3 platforms, which was really helpful. The second thing that wasn't necessarily helpful for me, but I know it is helpful for pretty much a lot of people, is connections. For the job I have now, it wasn't a personal connection, but there was a mutual distant connection. But for my internship that I had in college, straight up connection. Thanks, Anne. Shout out to you if you're watching. Having people that already have full-time jobs who know you and know you may be looking for a job is very helpful, because then employers really enjoy having candidates who are recommended by people that already work at the company, because most of the time those employees will only really recommend people that they trust and that would fit with the company fit well with the company. This third tip is ask for help. I mean, it's kind of scary to say I need help looking for a job, or to ask people, hey, if you know of anything, please let me know. But I think that was helpful. I did that with a lot of the people that I talked to at church and in the young adult college ministry, and even in small groups. Just getting the word out was helpful, because then who knows what they may stumble across. For me, I was able to find a part-time gig while I was looking for a full-time job that was a great way to make money while in that transition period of trying to find a full-time job. This fourth tip is just build some skills, especially skills that you can do freelancing. For me, that was video editing. For some, that might be graphic design or photography, or even tutoring if you are really good at a skill or a subject. But marketing yourself as a freelancer in a specific area, hey, maybe your next full-time job, that may end up being the thing you do for your full-time gig. But not only is that good for income, but it's also helpful for setting you up for getting a full-time job, because then the employer sees that, you know, you already have a skill set that you can apply for the job you're applying for if it's in the same kind of industry or niche or whatever. Staying patient was something that I really wrestled with as I was looking for a full-time job, because I wanted to get working as soon as possible, because Kat and I have goals that we want to do financially. We want to get out of debt as soon as possible, 2-3 years. And we can't do that unless we have income to do that. So I was really like, all right, let me just get a job. And I had a couple opportunities for jobs, but looking back on it, if I had accepted those positions, I know for sure that I would have been pretty much miserable, because they were not in the area of work that I wanted to do. And I was really wrestling between, do I just accept this because it's an opportunity and then I can transition out of it later, or do I just wait out a little bit longer until I find a full-time job? And so I'm glad I stayed patient and just waited, because the job I have now, a full-time job, I love it. The things I'm learning and the team I'm working with has been so valuable for me and for the role that I play in at the company. And I obviously wouldn't have had this job if I had accepted the other opportunities that I had beforehand. I don't think your first job out of college will be your dream job, but it could set you up for that dream job. But let me know what other tips you have for finding a full-time job. Be sure to like this video and subscribe so that we can tackle our 20s together and figure it out along the way.